Where are you from, kid?
I'm from Mars.
Mars? I didn't ask what kind of chocolate you like. A Mars bar ain't gonna cut it, but what the hell?
I'm from Mars. Come on, man. I'm not even titled. Actually, I am. No. You ready?
Always ready.
Let's go. Let's try to go to the classics. Some Nakamura.
The Gassics?
Yeah. Let's just attempt to be like Nakamura for once.
Like Cucamonga? What did he say? I don't know. It's something about Cucamonga. I don't know. It's a thing.
No, it's not. Not really. If Hikaru Nakamura is not a thing, then I don't know who. I'm a random chess hustler, actually.
You're not a random anything. You're lucky you're breeding right.
I'm a chess hustler from New York.
Go back to where you once belonged. Budapest.
What?
You heard me. I said Budapest.
Budapest Hungary?
You heard me. I said Budapest.
Oh.
What the heck?
What the heck?
This guy is starting to belligerate here.
The what?
You heard me. I don't want to talk about the piece.
I could have won a piece, yeah. I am so dumb.
Well, yeah, but I mean, we're letting you play anyway.
Oh, shut up. I gosh, I'm so stupid.
What's that?
Nothing. I never said anything. Just beat me this one. I just don't want to win this.
You don't want to witness? What? What do you say?
Just win this thing.
I can't talk about it. I look at the dispositions and I say to myself, why?
Why? Oh crap! I should have just. Oh, I'm playing dumb again. Okay. This is not good.
All right, so let's take this off.
This no look.
Okay, let's go back here. All right, let's go here.
Crap.
And let's go here.
And crap.
Other than that, your game's fine.
Yep. I'm giving it crap. Great, this is looking great. I'm down in exchange. Up. No.
What? Something wrong there, Hildegard?
What?
Nothing.
Who?
Are you still breathing?
Yes. No.
It's a shame. It's
No.
really a shame. Shouldn't happen on the board.
Shh.
What?
Shh.
Are you still breathing?
No. Actually, the better question is, are you still breathing? How's that?
Look, delinquent. This is about as much as I'm going to give you. Here. Go backwards like a little heathen.
You want me to?
Well,
Well, what?
well.
Well,
And then well.
well.
Are you playing well?
No.
Oh.
I'll just go back.
You know what? I love the way you play.
Thank you.
It kind of reminds me of... Wait a second.
Oh, crap.
Hold
I just
on,
lost.
hold on. Can't I just go here or something? Doesn't that just do something?
Yeah, there's okay.
Hey guys, Brian here, and let's go over the game and see what we can all learn from it. A lot of cool stuff to learn, even though the game was really short, but very rich stuff to learn. So let's go and look at this position. Black moves knight c2, and black is obviously has this fork here. Queen can't capture because be captured by the rook. So if you want to pause the video and find the best move for white in this position, in the game rook c1 was played, so just keep that in mind. Find the better move for white. So when you're looking for tactics, right, the first thing you look for are checks, and white has this check here, but what's the follow-up? Doesn't look like it really leads to anything, but let's just go through it. So knight takes with check, and obviously queen can't take because of bishop, so pawn will recapture. And now if you want to pause the video and find the subtle move for white in this position. If you guys saw rook e4, congratulations. Now this position is very, very rich. A lot of stuff can happen here. So let's just go through a couple scenarios because I want to show you guys something cool. So black captures the rook, then the bishop comes into play here. And here's where it gets interesting. Let me show you the less exciting variation first. So here, it's black to move. Black will just swap off queens. The rook will move out of danger, and then now the knight's going to move out of danger because of this bishop. And white will snatch up a pawn, and white is better here going into the endgame with a bishop pair and a very open board. But let's go back here in this position. What if black gets greedy? What if black decides to take the rook, right? Ooh, bad move for white. If you want to pause the video and find the continuation, I mean bad move for black. If you want to pause the video and find the continuation for white. Now this queen check comes into play, right? And king h8 is forced over, and white has this beautiful, quiet, crushing move of queen h5. And now you understand why the rook was brought here, because if rook takes, then the bishop comes into play, and now you got this beautiful mate threat. And black is in big trouble here. Black can kind of delay the inevitable by sacking his queen, but he's just kind of buying time, and you'll see why black brought that bishop there in a few seconds. White's going to renew the mate threat. Black will try to push, but white will just counterattack, threatening the rook. King protects. Check. King moves over. Here comes the bishop check. Try to block. Doesn't matter. And it's just kind of over for black in a couple moves here. Checkmate. So very, very cool, right? Very, very cool tactic, and very hard to see. You had to see that rook lift here in order to kind of bring that bishop here, and you had to calculate the various scenarios and make sure it was good for you. But very, very cool tactic. Alright, let's go to the last part of the game here. And in this position, king g3, and if you want to pause the video and find the best move for black in this position, it's a mate in 4, and in the game rook g1 was played, but that is not the correct move that starts the mating sequence. But so if you want to pause the video and find the best move for black in this position, you can do so now. So if you guys saw the first move, knight d2, congratulations. That is the right move. If king decides to go back, then simply rook over and the king will be mated. So king has no choice but to move forward. So king g4, and now you got this pawn push, f5 check, and now the king only has 2 squares to go to, here or here, h5 or g5. So let's say it goes to h5, then simply knight check, and now the king moves over, and beautiful pawn checkmate to seal the deal. And here, if the king decides to go to g5 instead, then simply pawn check, and you got this nice knight checkmate to seal the deal. So very cool mate in 4. But I guess the lesson of the game was in this position, when things look bad for you, right, just take some time and think about forcing moves, tactics, calculate some variations. Hard to see in blitz when you have so little time. Probably in a tournament game the kid would have saw it, but yeah, just kind of when you're in trouble, right, just take some time, pause and think, and try to calculate really deep and find some good moves, and you should be fine. So very, very cool, rich position we saw there when the rook lift came. So hope you guys enjoyed the game, hope you guys enjoyed the analysis, and don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks.